Hello Aries, how are you? Welcome to your February 2017 love and general tarot card readings. First of all, I am in Bali now. I kind of had to split the readings between my trip, Tokyo to Bali. So if you are watching your ascending or moon sign or something and it's different, that's why. But you are in the right place. And I wanted to let you know as well that a lot of tarot card readers have been having their videos kind of stolen and ripped off as well, and I just wanted to preempt that my name is Jane and my channel is International Tarot, so I just want to make sure that you're in the right place. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Aries, we're going to begin with your love reading. Okay, your love reading for February 2017. 8 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, King of Wands, Hermit, King of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the Fool. You know, a lot of the signs this month, I don't know, the readings have been so different. Normally they're like really in line with each other, but they've kind of been all over the board for me. You've got some really intense stuff going on. Smack dab in the middle is this feeling of feeling trapped, feeling unable to move forward. Okay, if you are single and dating, I imagine that dating will be really hard for you at this point in time. A challenge, right? A challenge to really psych yourself up to go on these dates with people, to meet new people, to get on these dating sites or whatever. If you're in a relationship, there's something going on in your relationship that it feels very stunted, very stuck, right? There's essence of nostalgia up here. Sorry for the roosters as well. If you can hear those, there's nothing I can do about those. There's an element of nostalgia. Looking back, what is it in your past that you cannot let go of? Is it someone? Are you stuck on an ex? Are you trying to figure out their place in your life and what was that relationship for? And you, the most progressive king, looking back, look all in the same direction, looking toward the past. And I feel like there's a desperate clinging to the past. If you're in a relationship, this could represent a better time, okay, or something that you went through, moments of happiness. I think that maybe you're either in a rut or feeling stuck, or you're feeling suffocated, and you are longing for those days when it was fun and light and innocent, joyful. And you're trying to figure out, trying to piece together why this relationship has become what it has become. And trying to figure out how to move forward. There may be someone in your periphery or in your life, okay? This King of Swords will indicate your partner, but they are not, or your ex, or a past relationship, or represent someone that, but they're not super happy right now. They're not the most fun energy. They're a little bit stuck, a little afraid to move forward themselves. They too are feeling, I feel, closed off and defensive. and ready to fight. I think there's a little bit of aggression coming from them as well. Not the most warm and fuzzy people. And you are left asking yourself, why? What is this? Why is this happening? Why can't we get back to where we were? Why can't we get back to how it used to be? And anyone that you date now, if you are single, I think it would be very hard for you to find a true, genuine connection. You might have, an intellectual conversation. You might have, some form of connection, but it won't be enough. It won't be enough to sustain. Something needs to get cleared up. Okay, I feel as though you are fearful of the future. I think this is you. Really, it's like this desperate clinging and afraid to really reach that end point or that point of finality where maybe there was an issue or there is an issue going on in your relationship and you are just, it's time to be done with something, to let something go, to move on from something. For many of you, it's to leave someone. For those of you who are single, it's time for you to let someone go. But yet you're fearful of letting them go. Because why? I don't know. Because there's still love there. Just because you've been hurt and just because you are not the happiest right now doesn't mean you don't still love them. And for those of you who are in long-standing relationships, I think this is just a blip on the radar, okay? It's in and out. It is a short-term reading, please remember that. And even if it's just an argument and it's your point, right? It's your opinion that needs to be heard. It's your side of the story, and you need to be heard. It's almost as though you will not let go. You will desperately run away from letting go just for the sake of just fighting to be heard. And for the sake of having to accept that something better is gone. Better days, sweeter connections, the romance, whatever it is, that the relationship has transformed in some way. And I think that you're viewing that as being something very, very frustrating and something that you really have to fight to push through. You are the king of transformation. You are the king of change. You are fire. Fire is constantly changing, moving, growing, dwindling. Never consistent. I don't know why this Fool is kind of bothering me here. He's bothering me because I feel like you're still, all the directions are heading toward the past, right? The action-oriented cards. And I feel that there's a leap of faith into the pain that you are desperately trying to avoid. It's weird. It's like a 3-step, or a 2-step, bink, bink, bink kind of thing, where you are allowing yourself to feel the pain and to feel the sadness and the hurt and to go through that mourning process in a way, but yet you are still avoiding And I think it's just that last little bit. Like many of you are probably like, no, I'm done. I don't even think about it that much anymore. But if you were to really think about it and to really admit something to yourself, I would bet that you're not totally done. It's not done. You're not done. The situation's not done. The relationship's not done. There may be a connection from the past, right? There may be something that comes back. Actually, I don't even have any reversals in here. It's interesting. Oh yeah, I did prep for reversals, so I'm not sure. Nothing came out. Let me go ahead and pull out the last card. It's like there's still something. So it's like you don't want to be done because you know there's still something, right? We still have those Two of Cups there. They still exist. The Ace, or the Knight of Wands. Again, even still heading in that same direction, right? You're pretending, let's be honest, you're pretending that whatever is bothering you is not bothering you. But in reality, you're feeling stuck. So if you're single and you're not dating anyone, and you might be hung up on an ex, okay? But you're gonna put on this facade. But at the end of the day, you and I both know that anyone that comes in at this point in time in terms of dating, anyone that comes in is going to be held up to this comparison. They're going to be compared to this level. You're pretending like everything is fine. You're pretending like everything is light and you're free and you're having fun and things are good and things are great. But you can't hide from a Ten of Swords. You cannot hide from an Eight of Swords. And you also cannot hide from this introspective process that you're going through, this Hermit. You can't hide from it. You can hide other people from it, but you can't. This is not a bad reading, okay? This is an important thing that you must deal with. If you are looking for love and you want to truly be open for love, it is so important for you to see the goodness in your life, okay? It is so important for you to allow yourself to feel the pain and not to avoid it. Embrace that pain as much as it hurts and as much as it's like, oh, you just gotta just lean into it. You have to feel all of it. And it's going to take time, and to accept that it will take time. And, you know, if you are totally in a relationship and committed, and speaks to you about maybe an issue that you're going through, it is not an issue that you can run away from. You must deal with it. You must dive deep. You must talk to your partner, as cold as they might be right now, as cold and distant and not willing to talk and also not willing to budge. This to me is always like the most stubborn king, the King of Swords, the one that's not willing to bend in any way. He's the one that's made of metal, okay? His iron or his steel sword, whatever it is. He is not bendable, and he is wearing his armor. This is a cold, hard person to be dealing with. So yes, and I feel that their vibes is making this so much harder, because you want to pretend like everything is okay, because you want everything to go back to how it was, right? You want everything to be daisies and roses. I see that, I get that. But it's important for you to allow yourself to feel hurt by what's going on, to feel hurt, because the more you can lean into that and experience that, the more likely it is that you will get through to the other side of that. Okay? Kind of an intense reading for you. I don't know if it will provide, it doesn't really provide solutions. Maybe the next spread will. Let's keep this one open to general energies, okay? Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, but reversed, King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, the Empress, Queen of Swords, and the Moon. It's like things are just constantly working against you, constantly pushing, and like it's like these hurdles that I feel like they just keep coming up. It's like that mole game, you know, when you have to hammer down the moles, and like you hit one and then the other one comes up, you hit that one and the other one comes up, and you have to go faster, faster, faster. It's kind of how I feel. That's how you feel. Not just in love, right? Remember, this is supposed to be a more general reading. So things working against you, things maybe seeming harder than they should, you know? And I think your focus is being a little bit skewed right now. It's being a little bit, you're just scattered. Something happened. It's causing you to feel very, very frazzled and disoriented and just a little directionless, okay? The good news is, though, is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Because if this was in the right side, I call it the card of self-sabotage. You're letting your fears and your doubts get in the way. But in fact, when it's reversed, I feel like it's a little bit opposite, where your fears and your doubts are giving way to realities and also self-assurance. I think you're being presented with opportunities, right? They come in, you're being presented with opportunities. It doesn't mean that they're all bad. I think it's more about like timing, you know? The universe has no shortage of supply of opportunities, okay? You might be presented with something that you feel passionate about, okay? Whether it's a job opportunity or whether it's a travel opportunity for you to go somewhere or see a friend or do something like that. It might be in the way, it might feel like an inconvenience, but your openness, I think, is really a key factor in allowing something positive to come in, because you do have a little bit of frustrating stuff going on. This is a positive, like, refresher or refreshment. But again, might feel like it gets in the way a little bit. But I think you know that it is time for you to leave something behind and to start venturing off into new realms, okay? Whether it's in love, whether it's in business, you know, trying something new, trying a new opportunity, a new venture. I don't necessarily see a partnership per se, more something that you can do on your own, that you can do alone. For lots of you, this may include travel, all right? Let's see here, because we have the King of Cups, and as soon as that one came out, I was like, oh, that's your partner, or that is someone that is important to you, not you per se. I'm kind of seeing you as these here, all right? This represents someone and something from your past. Okay, that's why I'm thinking it could be your partner, it could be an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, could be even someone like a brother or a sister or a parent. Okay, if it doesn't speak to you with love and relationships. But I think just this person is the cause for a lot of disorientation right now. And it's almost as though because this person has caused frustration, all other areas of your life is going a little bit crazy. Like, if I can give an example, my friend, she just recently went through like a flood in the house. And she's also Aries. So it's like those things, right? You come home from your vacation and your entire house is flooded. Oh, lovely. Well, what are we supposed to do? And then it's one thing after the next. And then the mother comes down. And then there's, the remodeling. And then there's just like thing after thing after thing after thing. And at the root of everything, there's this frustration about something in the past, about someone that holds your heart, or that someone that is dear to you, that means something to you, that may or may not be present in your life right now, right? They may or may not have an active role, but they are the cause for a lot of this dizziness, as opposed to you kind of like taking hold of these challenges that might be coming your way, and like you take hold of it and you just attack it. But you're in this state of like wanting to leave all of it behind, as opposed to hitting it head on. I think you're tired of the question marks in your life. You're tired of the unknown. I think there's a very strong desire for you, Aries, to get things in order, get things straight. Some of you might be looking toward having children or taking on a more like caretaker type of role. Because I think with some of you, you might feel or associate this caretaking role or this more nurturing role as giving you some sense of purpose. Now, whether or not you have a purposeless life or not, sorry, that's kind of a strange term, but whether you have a purposeless life or not, you're seeking purpose in something, and I think it's sort of defaulted to this Empress quality, right? More planting seeds, nurturing them, and harvesting them. Children kind of play along in that sort of story. And now you are thinking, how do I do this? And I don't think that you're necessarily trying to figure it out with someone, okay? But again, because of this person, they have spiraled you into this strategy mindset. Okay, how do I go about creating this life that I feel that I want for myself? Right? You are tired of the question marks. You are ready to move on. You are tired of things feeling hard. You're tired of things feeling frustrating and feeling like there's never any movement. You're tired of waiting. And I think the universe will see this and reflect that desire for opportunity and actually give you the opportunity to really manifest change in your life. Let's go ahead and pull out the last card and see what that says. And the Chariot. Does not surprise me. We've got 2 sevens already. Did we have the 7 of coins? No, we didn't. But we have the 7 here. So 3 sevens. Whoops. And the Chariot is that the polarity. I always say it's the heart versus head battle, where it's like your heart is telling you one thing, your mind is telling you an opposite thing. Where maybe some of you want to hang on to whatever this is, and others of you, because that's an emotional thing, but then your mind is like, no, you have to move forward. This is, I think, a time when I don't know if it's for the best. It's just a confusing space that you're in. And while opportunities are coming in and there's going to be a whole lot of change, I think, not just in love, remember, there's going to be a whole lot of change. There's also going to be a whole lot of more planning. Okay, action, yes, I think you are taking action, but it's more still in the strategy phase as opposed to like, okay, step one, do this. All right, it's like active planning, I guess, more than anything. And I think the underlying reason, someone is motivating you. Use that. Use that frustration that you feel and channel it into something productive, something that you want to do, right? This is something productive. This is an energy of someone that produces, creates change. Okay? Yeah. I don't know. I hope that it makes sense for you. I really, really do. A little bit of a tough reading, but not that bad. Still a lot of positivity. You didn't have too many dark cards, which is good. So I'm going to leave you with that. I wish you nothing but the best this month, okay? This month of February. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next month. Bye.